Yo, what up, YouTube? This your boy Food Junkie. I'm on my way to work, and you know how we do it on my way to work. We are liable to talk about anything and everything, anyone and everyone. It is a gloomy, drizzling day here in Atlanta. Slightly cold, but not too cold. But by the time I get off work tonight, it's gonna be kind of damn near freezing. So I'm gonna have to keep this scarf on my neck and keep myself protected. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do it. Me first. But like I said, hopefully y'all know how we do it on the way to work. You guys keep me company, whatever, and I keep you guys entertained. Hopefully, let's talk about what's been going on these YouTube streets and what's been like the underlying conversation and discussion based on these quote unquote new rules here on YouTube. New rules, everybody. New rules. Are they really new? Okay, let's talk about it. The big thing is COPPA, C-O-P-P-A. Basically, that is the laws set forth by the had it in my head just now, just lost it. But it is the FAA, not FAA, the place that regulate what's viewing on TV and public platforms and stuff like that. COPPA basically is what's been around for decades. YouTube is just now, trying to enforce that, which is the law anyway. Basically, what it is designed to protect children, basically, and to protect the innocence of children and protect some children's rights and things of that nature. Basically, what it does is make sure that there's nothing that is put on television and or streaming platforms that will hurt children, which is also meaning by you can't make sure that you don't trying to see what's going on ahead of me. Make sure that you don't violate the rights of children by releasing that information that can have predators find them, or you're not a predator yourself. Now, mind you, I know a lot of people thinking that, oh well, wow, all these people who are attacking children, I should say, saying y'all are in trouble. That could be true, but also keep in mind that goes for the parents as well. Parents, if you are putting your child in danger, let's just say, for example, you're posting pictures of your children, you're posting things with your children around on YouTube, around illegal activities such as smoking, bunk. You know what bunk is? Bunk is joints laced with foreign substances such as cocaine and or crack. If you are talking about drug paraphernalia and drug deals, buying people ounces and things of that nature while your child is in the home, that could be seen as a way of putting your child in danger. If you are rolling up foreign objects and substances while your children are in the background crying, that is endangering your children. If you're doing excessive drinking in front of your children, things of that nature, all those things are considered, putting your child in danger. If you are seen or heard abusing or talking negatively or downing your child, it's also being abusive to your child and putting your child in danger. Not only does it pertain to people who are talking negatively about children, it has to do with what the parents are doing as well that is negative to your children. That's just one of the big things we've been talking about lately protecting the child. And as content creators, we have all seen when we go live, there's a box that asks, is this material suitable for children, or whatever the language is, basically asking you, is this content for children, or if it's not. See, what I've done initially when I read this a week or so ago I went to my page and check the box that says this channel is not for children. So when I go live, I don't have to worry about, it's being suitable for children. Now, if a child chooses to watch, like I said before, my content is for, adults. I'm not going to change how I speak. I'm not going to change what I do. I'm not going to change how I move because I don't do anything that is harmful for children. I'm not pulling children's pictures on my channel. I'm not pulling children information on my channel. I'm not doing anything that's suitable for children. If your child watches it and get offended, well, it's not. It has to do with your parenting skills. Nothing to do with me. You worry about what's going on in your household. I worry about what's going on in my household. I don't have children in my household, so therefore I don't cater to children. I have nieces and nephews, cousins, well, it's not, who are younger than I, but I still don't cater to children, and my family member knows that. I have things going on for young adults in my household, such as video games and stuff like that, lots of movies and stuff like that. But I control what goes on in my household and what the child does when they're in my household and they're in my presence. What they do outside of my presence, because since they're not my children, I can't control and or dictate that. But I can make sure that when I do have children in my presence, I am accordingly. But here online, I can't monitor myself based on your bad parenting skills. Where do you do that at? I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm going to speak how I want to speak. I'm going to say what I want to say. And if your child happens to hear it, that's your parenting skills, not my commentary, not my content. See, I think a lot of people are getting confused by that. Well, I'm going to have to change my whole situation around. You don't. And there's one part of the rules that says, you know what I'm saying, if you do anything like suitable for children. I do masks. I create masks. Adult masks. Nothing about my channel says child. Nothing about my channel says, ooh, it's suitable for children to come over here. I'm going to talk about sex. I'm going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, whatever I want to talk about was not, and it's not suitable for children. It is what it is. If the channel gets snatched, the channel gets snatched. But I'm not going to monitor myself and walk on eggshells because someone has bad parenting skills. It is what it is. I think this is another way of people trying to tell someone else how to live their life and what to do and what they can and can't do. Now, do I think it's appropriate that they start enforcing the COPPA laws? Yeah. Because I think that people have went too far with these things. People have went too far with the whole, not only just the COPPA thing, but the whole doxing thing as well. Y'all always know that's how I say people have went too far, and I can't wait till these rules come into play and people start getting their channels snatched. If I'm one, I'll be okay, because guess what? I'm a full-grown adult who lived my life outside of the YouTube and outside of virtual reality. So, you know what I'm saying, this is a hobby, not a way of life for me. But I'm not going to sit up here and worry about, am I being appropriate when I know that my material is not suitable for children. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? Although what you expose your child to is what you expose your child to, but we need to be responsible. Just think critically, think logically. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge hoopla. It's not about what these new rules are. The reality is, it's just basic decency. That's all it is. They're trying to enforce basic decency. Don't do anything that is harmful to people. Don't do things with malicious intent. Don't jeopardize someone's livelihood or someone's welfare as far as exposing them to certain things. And don't mistreat and misuse the children. Basic human decency, human common sense. Now, I don't see what the big hoopla is. I don't understand why people are so afraid, why people are, I need you to support me on other platforms. No. If you're doing what you're supposed to do as a decent human being, you should be okay. Point blank, period. That's all. That's the bottom line. If you're doing what you need to do as a decent human being, you should be okay. If you're not going out there with malicious intent, if you're not going out there with, trying to hurt someone or harm someone, if you're not trying to be a butthole, you know what I'm saying, to cause people danger or to put people in danger or to put children in danger, you should be fine. We already know that you can't use copyrighted material, you can't do that. The whole thing about, you can't put people's names in your videos and your titles, I think that is an area that a lot of people need to really understand and comprehend. You can say someone's name, not with malicious intent and to inflict harm to that person, What does that consist of? It all depends on what the rules are. But you can say Johnson & Johnson. We know that that's a Procter & Gamble company, one of its affiliates, Johnson & Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, Johnson & Johnson. I can say it all day long, I could be talking about Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. So I'm saying the Johnson & Johnson. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what I'm talking about, What they're saying is that you can't take copywritten material or copywritten things and publish it on certain things. You can't use copywritten names of companies and organizations and try to profit off of that. That's what it's saying. They don't want you to be trying to promote certain things, which is said is considered double dipping, which means that you can't sit here and get paid to promote a certain company's baby powder or baby lotion and then expect to get paid twice from that. Once by the company and then once by YouTube. It's just common sense. You can't double dip. It's like saying that you go to court saying that someone stole an ounce of drugs from you or not. You get left at the court and possibly arrested. You need to go into court with clean hands. Basically, this is the same concept. You cannot, try to double dip. You can't try to have them enforce or pay you for something that is done with ill-gotten gains. It's just basic common sense and common decency, people. It's not that hard to comprehend. It doesn't need 1,001 videos to help the people in the back understand what's going on. If you're too stupid to read or to watch the videos that is provided to get a clearer understanding of what's going on, you shouldn't be on YouTube, period. You probably shouldn't be on your own, period. You should have a damn sponsor or something to walk you around with. It's not that serious, people. It's really basic common sense and common human decency. You know what I'm saying? Do I think that everything right now is too politically correct where everyone wants to be offended and bothered by things? Yeah. But at the same time, we don't own this platform. So you have to abide within the rules of the platform that is given to us. Which means if they say a certain thing, if you want to continue to flourish on this type of thing, you must follow those rules. Basic common sense, basic common decency. No fuss, no muss. No fuss, no muss. And I think that people are getting too caught up on the small logistics of what they're trying to say opposed to listening to what they're actually saying or actually read what they're actually saying. Have some good comprehension skills, people. Basically what it's saying is that don't put people in danger. Don't steal other people's copyrighted material. Don't do things that is malicious. Don't do things in malicious intent. Basic bottom line. It's not that hard to comprehend. It's not that hard to see or to understand. If you do something with malicious intent, there's a chance or cause someone harm, and you did it on purpose, there's a chance that you will get not only your channel snatched down, you will be fined and possibly prosecuted. It is what it is. So all this doxing, looking people information up was not releasing people's real names and family members was not. Yeah, that should have stopped. Shouldn't even started. But now you're gonna be punished for it. Not only by the individual that you do that to us now, but possibly by getting your channel snatched down and being fined. It is what it is, point blank, period. And let's talk about the differences between talking about a child and bad parenting. If someone mentions someone's child name, that's not talking about someone's child, especially when the parent has put that child on to the YouTube thing. Like I always have said, I've always said this. If you don't want people to talk about your children, keep your children off of YouTube. You can't expose your child to an environment and then expect that environment not to have an adverse effect on your child. It is what it is. I can't take my child to a known drug infested, or a crack house was not, and expect my child not to be, affected by that experience. It is what it is, people. Let's all be adults and let's use common sense. I can't do things that is harmful for my child, but expect someone else to protect my child. I take my child to a crack house, but I tell the crackheads don't smoke crack in front of my child. How does that work? Take my child to a sex party, but y'all can't have sex in front of my child. You can't tell adults what to do. You can't tell adults how to act and behave in the environment that's made for adults. It's not suitable for children. It says that. You have to be 18 or older to be on YouTube without your parents' permission. So now all of a sudden you want me to be more protective of your child than you are for your child? Ain't gonna happen. No, I don't conduct myself anyway in a way that is crazy and ridiculous. Well, it's not, I don't think. But at the same, gosh darn it, at the same time, I'm not going to be told how to behave and how to act and how to respond or what to talk about was not on my channel when I know that I'm not doing anything with malicious intent or with the intent to harm or hurt anyone. It is what it is. It's your job as the parent to protect your child and go by the means to make sure that your child is protected. Now, you can't be mad at someone when they're talking about how your child looks, when you're comparing your child looks to another person on here's child and how they look. Where were you to protect your child to begin with? Was not from trying to compare your child with another child on here on YouTube. That's all I'm saying. It's those type of things that we need to think about. Was not we put our people in jeopardy and expect someone else to protect them. That's not fair. Now that's the difference between someone talking about a child and then someone putting a child in danger and bad parenting. Not calling anyone a bad parent, I'm just saying there's a difference. You know, there's one person on here that I think that does the very best to protect their child. I've only seen one person do that. One person. I'm not gonna call their name. Was not. We all know who they are. There's only one person that I think does a damn good job of protecting their child, making sure their child is protected and taking their child off here when the heat is too much. And now I don't even think they even showed their child in a minute on here. Well, it's not. Besides their little hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's protecting your child. You know the environment is not suited for your child, so therefore you don't bring your child to the environment. It is what it is. People may not like it, people may get upset about it, but oh well. But that's just my take on these new rules and what's going on. You guys talk about this mountain is damn loose as fuck. See, like, I'm a cuss. It is what it is. I'm gonna cuss. I cuss in my everyday life. If you want your child to hear it, keep your child away from my channel. There's nothing about me going to work, driving to work, and talking to y'all that is suitable for children. I told you from the very beginning, we're liable to talk about anything and everything, anyone and everyone. I'm telling you. And plus, my channel is already checked, not suitable for children. It is what it is. So if you get offended because your child heard something I said or saw something that I did, that's your bad parenting, not me having to be responsible for your child. I don't know your child. I didn't bust a nut or a sweat to bring that child into this world. It is what it is. Let's be honest about it. But anyways, y'all, like I said, on my way to work, I need to keep my mind right and relax for a little bit. Just calm down. Well, not even calm down. Just relax, basically. Get my mind right for work. That's just my little opinion about these new rules. You know what I'm saying? And COPA, you know, saying everyone's so up in an uproar, all up in a tizzy about it. It's very basic human decency. Treat people with respect. Don't do things with malicious intent, and protect children. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want your child to be safe, well, it's not for children. That's up to you to change your content or not. If you just still want to do the same thing you're doing, that is not hurtful or harmful to anyone, just hit the not suitable for children button. That's all it is. But yeah, you guys, like I said, it is what it is. Take what you can from what I say. Take what helps you grow, helps you be better. Discard the rest. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. What applies to you applies to you. What doesn't apply to you is not. Don't take everything I say in its totality. Well, it's not, because not everything I say is meant for you to take in its totality. Not every word is meant for you to ingest. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Take in what helps you grow, discard the rest. As I always say, you guys, love yourself, love someone else, respect yourself, and respect someone else. This is your boy Food Junkie, on my way to work on this drizzling, gloomy day in Atlanta. Until next time, you guys, I'm out. Bye, you guys. Love you. Y'all have a great day. Peace.